Good day, esteemed viewers. Today we are going to be talking about a very particular topic that have been making waves in the country of recent. Many of us know, many of us do not. So, in the course of this video today, we'll be learning or getting to know about this trending topic. Now, many of us are very much aware of the levy. Yes, cybersecurity levy that was meant to be added on all transactions nationwide. Yes, many of us are aware of that. And many of us do not really understand what this levy is. So let me take my time to explain this levy and explain how it affects us and what is the way forward with this particular levy. Stay tuned as we continue. Thank you. Now, what is the cybersecurity levy? According to the Act, a levy amounting to 0.5% of the value of all electronic transactions will be collected and remitted to the National Cybersecurity Fund, overseen by the Office of the National Security Levy or National Security Advisor. Pardon. Now, what this implies is that to every amount you transfer, whether you're using your bank app or any form of electronic transaction, a specific amount of 0.5% of that particular amount is going to be deducted. Now, what do I mean by 0.5%? Now, take for instance, you're sending 1,000 naira, you'd be deducted 5 naira as cybersecurity levy. So it goes on. If you're sending 10,000 naira, you'll be deducted 50 naira. If you're sending 100,000 naira, you'll be deducted 500. And that is how it goes. That is how it goes on and on. To every particular amount, you'll be charged a bill of 0.5%. That is the value that will be charged from you. So this act was meant to be introduced or is introduced by our president. Yes, the president of the prestigious Democratic Republic of Nigeria. Yes, and so far many people have kicked against it, saying that it was not nice. Some people have also said that it is a welcome development. But let us see what is the current status of this bill or of this act. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to suspend the implementation of the controversial cybersecurity levy policy and ordered a renewal. This followed the decision of the House of Representatives, which last Thursday asked the CBN to withdraw its circular directing all banks to commence charging a 0.5% cybersecurity levy on all electronic transactions in the country. The CBN on May 6, 2024 issued a circular mandating all banks, mobile money operators, and payment service providers to implement a new cybersecurity levy following the provisions laid out in the Cybercrime Prohibition, Prevention, etc. Amendment Act 2024. According to the Act, a levy amounting to 0.5% of the value of all electronic transactions will be collected and remitted to the National Cybersecurity Fund, overseen by the Office of the National Security Advisor. Financial institutions are required to apply the levy at the point of electronic transfer origination. The deducted amount is to be explicitly noted in customer accounts under the descriptor cybersecurity levy and remitted by the financial institution. All financial institutions are required to start implementing the levy within 2 weeks from the issuance of the circular. By implication, the deduction of the levy by financial institutions should commence on May 20th, 2024. However, financial institutions are to make their remittances in bulk to the NCF accounts domiciled at the CBN by the fifth business day of every subsequent month. The circular also stipulates a time frame for financial institutions to reconfigure their systems to ensure complete and timely submission of remittances files to the Nigeria Interbank Settlement Systems PLC as follows: commercial, merchant, non-interest, and payment service banks within 4 weeks of the issuance of the circular. All other financial institutions, microfinance bank, primary mortgage banks, development financial institutions, within 8 weeks of the issuance of the circular noted. The CBN has emphasized strict adherence to this mandate, warning that any financial institution that fails to comply with the provisions will face severe penalties. As outlined in the Act, non-compliant entities are subject to a minimum fine of 2% of their annual turnover upon conviction. The circular provides a list of transactions currently deemed eligible for exemption to avoid multiple applications of the levy. These are loan disbursements and repayments, salary payments, intra-account transfers within the same bank or within different banks for the same customer, and intra-bank transfers between customers of the same bank. Exemptions include other financial institution transfers to their correspondent banks, interbank placements, bank transfer to CBN and vice versa, interbranch transfer within a bank, check clearing and settlement, letter of credit, and bank recapitalization related funding. Others are bulk funds movements from collection accounts, savings and deposits, including transactions involving long-term investments such as treasury bills, bonds, and commercial papers, and government social welfare programs transactions as well. These may include pension payments, non-profit and charitable transactions, including donations to registered non-profit organizations or charities, educational institution transactions, including tuition payments and other transactions involving schools, universities, and other educational institutions, and transactions involving the bank's internal accounts, interbranch accounts, reserve accounts, nostro and vostro accounts, and escrow accounts. The introduction of the new levy sparked varied reactions among stakeholders as it is expected to raise the cost of conducting businesses in Nigeria and could potentially hinder the growth of digital transaction adoption. Now, what we must understand is that this is a bill that was about to be passed some weeks ago, or if possible, last week. And immediately it sparked a lot of reactions from a lot of people, from a lot of controversial people in the society. You hear from the House of Representatives speaking to many other parts of the country, people airing out their views. Shetima also responded saying tax refunds not to frustrate Nigerians. In other words, he's trying to say that it is a wise idea that the president is bringing. Then you have from the PDP saying that levy suspension is a welcome development, that suspending the levy is a welcome development. Yes, so they don't support rather the motive of the president. You also have Serap threatens that they are going to file a lawsuit if the levy is preceded. You see the Labour Congress of Nigeria rejecting the levy as they know it is going to create a lot of force in the country. So, what is your take on this? I think that the country is already heated up. So, I think the government is meant to reduce the stress on its citizens instead of increasing it. Let's hear your views in the comment section. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.